Hello and welcome to That's Just Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at a KO of Evasion Mode Optimus Prime in the D04 armor set by DX9. Yeah, we're doing something a little different here because this is actually two KOs in one. This is a set that I found online, and the whole set included a knockoff of the Evasion Mode Optimus Prime and also a knockoff of the D04 armor by DX9. So, and it also came with a bunch of other accessories. So I jumped on it because I wanted to check it out, and that's what we're looking at here. Now, the Prime itself, just getting into the Prime, as you can see, I've got the armor set up already on the truck, which I absolutely adore. I love the way this looks. But I'm going to go ahead and remove that, and we're going to start off with the truck by itself, and then we're going to take a look at the armor. So I may leave the feet on there because the feet are a little difficult to pop off. But when you look at the truck itself, the truck is almost completely identical to the original release of the Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. The truck is still 5 inches long and about 2.5 inches tall. And as you can see, there are not really any visual differences other than the paint that I've done, the paint touch-ups that I did on this guy. This guy looks exactly like the original release of this guy. It's got just the silver stripe on the side. It's got the black wheels. Everything about them looks identical. Now, the one major difference is that the entire cab for this guy, these side panels here on the cab, are actually made of die cast. And now there's something to say about that, because as nice as die cast is, and let me tell you, it looks and feels incredible with the die cast. It does make for some of the parts to be a little thicker than they were with the plastic version. So transforming this guy sometimes can be a little bit of a chore. It can be tedious. It might translate here on camera. Hopefully I've practiced it enough where that won't be the case. But yeah, this guy tends to be a little difficult to transform because of some of those die cast pieces. But other than that, there really aren't any differences between these two guys. So there's that for comparison. And then taking a look at the armor set. The armor set comes with this wing pack here and these exhaust pipes here. I'm going to go ahead and just turn those around there. You've got the crotch piece here, chest plate with this is a chest plate. These are also the shoulder pieces right there. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and start popping them back into the truck so you can see what those look like one more time, because it looks really, really nice. So there's the gun itself. It kind of looks like an anti-aircraft gun emplacement, which is really cool. These guys have got a slot here, and there's some tabs right here on the bottom of the feet. Obviously, there's feet attached to what is the bottom of the robot's feet. We've got the additional feet already attached to that, and this piece is going to attach right here. And that makes kind of like the armor setup for the truck right there, which is really, really cool. Additionally, this guy also came with these two guns, which are kind of like a take on the Power Master Prime guns. And what this set does here is it turns the Evasion Mode Prime and makes him look a lot like the Power Master Optimus Prime with the God Bomber or the Apex armor on him. So it really looks nice when it's all put together. Additionally, it came with some other stuff that the original set did not come with. It comes with this one gun right here. It doesn't really do anything. There's no missiles or projectiles or anything like that to go with it. It's just a really nice, neat looking gun. And you can, if you want, take any of these guns for that matter and pop them into the top hole here. Now, you know me, personally, I'm not a big fan of stuff like that, so I typically prefer to just leave it like that and then just leave the accessories off to the side. He also came with these two swords, and these are very reminiscent of the swords that you saw in the movie. Now, these guys don't really attach to the arms because the arms don't have any peg holes to put these on. It would be nice if they would have added that. But what he can do is he can hold them in his hands via these pegs right here and just kind of hold the swords in his hands. And if you pose them just right, it looks okay. But I haven't really been using these a whole lot. But it's nice that they added those in there. And then he also came with 3 heads. Now, 2 of the heads I already have installed, but I'm going to show you this head. This head here is, let's see if we can get focused, and there it is. So this head here, which looks just like the Evasion Mode Prime head that we got in the original release, which is the guy on the left right there. As you can see, these heads are almost identical. The one that came with the KO has a little less detail. that's about it. Other than that, they're the same ones. And then there is this red piece instead of the see-through piece. There's the red piece. You can swap them out, and it did also come with a see-through piece, which I have installed in the other one. It came with 2 more heads that we're going to see when we get into robot mode. This guy right here has 1 of them. This is my original Evasion Mode Prime, and what it looks like is it looks just like this head here, but with the mouth plate on them. So, which I really like. I really like that a lot. So that head is on this guy here. And then he's got another head that looks very much like the G1 Power Master Prime. And that head is now on that guy. So I went ahead and swapped those out. So that's it for the accessories. And we're going to go ahead and remove all the accessories out. And we're going to get into the transformation. And again, hopefully the transformation won't be too cumbersome because of that die cast. No, I think I was going to transform him and leave the legs on, which you can totally do. But for the sake of the review, I am going to take these off because I really should just show you what these pieces look like. I showed you what everything else looked like. So let me go ahead and show you these guys as well. So they, as you can see, they're a little bit of a pain to take off. So these are the feet part right here that go to them. And very simple, you just pop them in there, and that's it. They got this peg right here, you got the port on the bottom of the foot. But other than that, these guys are neat because you can actually just leave them on there, and you pop them in there one time, and that's it. You never have to take them off again, which is pretty nice. But for the sake of the review, I was originally going to leave them on there, but I guess not. So transformation is the same, so I'm just going to go through it real quick. I'm not going to go through it step by step because I've already reviewed this figure twice. So I'm just going to try and get through it as quickly as possible. And let's see. And again, it can be a little cumbersome because of all the die cast. So hopefully we can get through this quickly and painlessly. Let's see. We'll see. So take the arms out. Rotate these panels. Get this out of the way. Rotate that panel over. Flip that little panel in, turn the arms over. Same thing on this side. Get the arm to the front, rotate the panel, get the exhaust out of the way, turn that around. And again, like I said, I've reviewed the figure twice, so I wasn't really planning on even showing this at all. I was thinking about cutting through it, but I just didn't like the way that looks, so I just went ahead and just did it here real quick instead of doing a cut. Do the feet. And as you can see, if you're familiar with the Evasion Mode Prime, you can see it's the exact same transformation. Nothing really changes on this guy, which I like. I like that a lot. It's the exact same toy, and you got the addition of the die cast, which is it can be nice, or sometimes it's nice, sometimes it's cumbersome. Now I'm stuck here. What's going on? This goes like this. These exhausts are not rotating for me, and I don't know why I'm stuck. There it goes. It was just stuck in there for some reason. That's weird. Pop these guys in here. And another thing that the diecast does, I guess we're going to be seeing that here in just a second when we get to the robot mode. Here he is. There's Prime in his robot mode. And one of the things that he looks nice. He looks exactly like he did before. Let me get him standing straight and set the camera back up the way it should. So there he is. There's the KO Evasion Mode Prime, and he looks exactly like he did before. As you can see, there's really not many differences between the two. And again, except for the minor paint touches that I did. For example, the red shoulders here. That was me. The robot is still 7.5 inches tall, and he's got 2 different heads. But real quick, what I want to show you here is because of the die cast, these little tabs right here on the top of the shoulders that are supposed to peg into the side of the shoulders, you can peg them in there, but they have a tendency to not really hold. And again, you know, you've got thick parts. You can kind of push them in there, but as you can see, when I push it in there and it pops in, as soon as I let go of the pressure, it pops right back out. And of course, that time it didn't do it, which is just fine, just as well. There you go. Because this one is doing it. See, anytime I pop that in there, as soon as I let go, it pops right back out again. So what that does is that it creates a little bit of a gap right here between this panel and the window that the original figure didn't have. Well, it had, but not as much. If you can see on this on this figure itself, you can see how this panel here is a little closer, and it's got a tighter gap to the window than this side here. It's just the pieces just won't stay. You can pop them in there all day long into that tab, and as soon as you release the pressure, they pop right back out again. And I can't find any reason for that other than the die cast. Again, thicker parts, and they just don't hold as well. It does make for a nice looking figure, and it feels really nice in hand. It feels good and hefty. But little things like that can be a bit of an annoyance if that bothers you. Just a heads up. Now, as I mentioned, the two new heads are also on these guys. So we'll take a look at this one first. And again, this is the this one has the clear see-through piece on the back. So let me bring in the original head that this guy had. And so you can see side by side, there's the original Evasion Mode Pride head, and this is the new head that came with this set. Very nice head. It looks just like this one, but with the mouth plate on it, which I really, really like a lot. And then, and like I mentioned, this set came with the this piece right here. So you have the light piping, or you can have this red piece right back here if you want to give him just red eyes like he does here. And it's not really coming through on camera because of the shadow, but he does have red eyes here. So you can do the same for this guy. You can give him the light piping right there, or you can give him red eyes. Completely up to you. So that's the one head, and then the other head that this guy comes with is the head that I have on this set, on this guy right here. And as you can see, that's more of a G1 inspired head. It looks very much like that G1 Power Master Optimus Prime head. Really, really love that head sculpt right there. So we'll set this guy aside. Now we've looked at all the heads. We're going to get into the armor itself, which is what we're here for. So starting with the feet. Again, like I mentioned earlier, you got a peg and a port right there. So just pop those guys right in there. Make sure we're focused in. So pop those guys in there. It's going to give them a little more height. Let's see, where do we want to go next? I guess we'll go to the shoulders here. Pop those guys off. Straighten these out. Just like so. And do I have those right, or do I have those upside down? I think I might have those upside down. Let me check. Can't believe I forgot that. Yep, I sure do. I got them upside down. So rotate these so that the black stripes are facing down, just like so. Now there's a little peg on the inside of this piece right there, and there's a slot on the shoulder. So what you want to look at when you pop these in is you want to make sure that it is pegged in a way that it is centered. So as you can see there, I don't know if that's coming through on camera or not, the tab is not really lined up with the slot. So that means that this guy goes over here. So that's really kind of the only indication that you have as to which side these guys are going to go on. So there you go. That's just going to slot in right there, just like so. Same thing on this side. And I really like how that looks because it gives Prime red shoulders, and it also gives him his proper smokestack on his shoulders. And it's the double smokestacks, just like the Power Master, which I really enjoy. And as you saw right here, this one already popped off again. So, you know, that's again, it's a minor gripe. It's a minor annoyance, but it's there. It happens. So just a heads up so you know that that's happening. Next thing I'm going to do is, let's see, let's do the, this piece right here comes right off. And there's a peg on the bottom piece right there. And there is a port on the bottom of the crotch piece right there. So this guy's just going to pop in from the bottom and slide up, just like so. The next part, let's see, this is not the fiddly part. The chest piece gets a little fiddly. We'll get to that here in a second. Straighten out the wings, rotate. I like to rotate these around so that they're facing up, just like so. Reach up here in the front and pull this over. Now, this piece here is going to go over the bumper right here, and then you've got these two hooks on the bottom here that are going to come down here and hook around this piece here. It can be a little hard sometimes to do, but once you get them in there, and look at that, it went in there really easy. So there you go, there's the wings. And once they're in there, they're pretty secure. Now, the one piece that I find that's typically not very secure is going to be this guy right here, the chest. Now, the chest piece, the center of the chest piece, as you can see, does rotate. And that's to accommodate for those guns in the truck mode. If you have it straight like this, you've got these tabs on the side of the, well, you've got the tabs here, but then you've got these these rails, I guess you'd call these, on the sides here. So if you have it straight like this, it's not going to peg into the bottom of those feet. You have to rotate it around just to get those out of the way, just like that. That's what you want for the truck mode. So for the robot mode, you're going to want to straighten those right back up again. And what you're going to do is this little hook right here is going to go right over the chest. And then it's going to go around the bottom here. It's going to kind of hug the rest of the chest right there. And you're going to use that rotation to kind of create pressure and hold the chest in place. It's okay. It holds okay. It's not the best hold, and sometimes it pops off when I'm fiddling with it when I'm trying to give them weapons and whatnot. So it can happen. So just a heads up that that's there. But that is pretty much the KO Evasion Mode Optimus Prime right there with the DO armor, the KO DX9 armor right there. And he looks incredible. He has gained a little bit of height. He is just under 8 inches tall now at the top of the head. 9 if you want to go to the top of the wings right here. And now we've got all these other accessories and all this stuff that we can just play around with. So first off, I'm going to show you the swords, like I mentioned. This would have been really nice. I really wish they would have done this, is drilling some peg holes right here on the side of the arm so that you could attach these guys to there. That would have been really, really nice. And I might get brave enough and try it myself. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But in the meantime, what you can do is you can just hold these guys in his hands like normal, just like so. And then you can rotate the hands around, you know, and do whatever with the hands to try and make it look like he's got those swords on there. So you can do that on each side, which is nice. It's a nice inclusion, but honestly, because of the lack of the peg holes on the side, I haven't really been using them much. But they are really nice looking swords, so I might try that. There you go. So those look all right. I do kind of wish that they were in a different color. The red just kind of gets lost along with all the rest of the red there. So if I do get brave enough to put peg holes on the side of these, I might actually paint those as well. But there you go. That's what those guys look like, which is kind of nice. He's also got, let's set those aside. He's also got this big gun that he comes with. And again, it's got that little piece right there. Let me talk about that piece. It's got this little piece right here that just pegs into the top. It doesn't really do anything except fall off occasionally. And I don't really know what the deal is. It just pegs in like there, right there. Occasionally it falls off, and it doesn't really accomplish anything else other than that. So it's weird. But I really do like this gun. It's a very nice looking gun. So far, I've probably not shown the best use of this gun, and I'm kind of leaving that for last. It's difficult to get this gun into his hand. It's kind of tight, but there you go. And it looks like the chest piece was popping off. So there you go. That's what he looks like with that gun. Straighten out the wings. There you go. So there he is with that gun. That's what that gun looks like. However, that is not the way that I like to display him with this gun. This gun, typically what I like to do, since he is inspired by the Power Master Optimus Prime with the Apex armor, what I like to do is I like to take this guy, make sure that the wings are tight. This can be difficult, and it's not the best hold. This wasn't designed to work this way. This is just something that I do. But I wedge the gun into the back right there between his shoulder and the wings so that it is right on top of his shoulders like so. And like I said, it doesn't work perfectly because it's not designed to work this way. This is just something that I do. I just kind of force it back there and wedge it. Turn his head this way. So there you go. Now you've got the shoulder-mounted gun like that, which is what the Apex Armor Optimus Prime had. And then I'll give him his guns. Yeah, this is just really, really cool. I just really love the way this looks so much. So there you go. And there you go. As you can see, that comes off. And again, I'm going to say it one more time. It's not designed to be up there. That's just something that I'm doing because I think it looks cool. But it's not really designed to do so. Let me see if I can get that one more time. There's that piece again. This is a disaster. Go ahead, Prime. Go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and fall over too? That's the last thing we need. So let's see if we get those wings back in there. And again, I'm forcing this to do something that it's not really designed to do. So I'm causing a lot of these parts to fall off. I'm just kind of trying to get them to hold there on a wing and a prayer. And it's not really kind of wanting to work for me right now. Seriously, this is the way that I've been displaying him on my shelf for like 2 weeks now. And now that I want to do it in front of the camera, obviously it's not working. So let's see. Can I get it to work this way? There you go. So, no, it's really not working. What's going on now? Typically, I can get this to work no problem. And now it's not wanting to hold. That's a shame. Because I really kind of wanted to show off what the idea is behind this. Of the Prime with the shoulder gun like so. There you go. Kind of get an idea of what that looks like. Which is really cool because he looks just like Power Master Optimus Prime. Maybe I just don't have those wings in there right. Something happened here. It's not holding the way it's supposed to be holding. Let's try that one more time and then I quit. I quit reviewing. No, I could never quit reviewing. I love doing this too much. Okay, I don't know why. It's just not working. It doesn't want to work for me this morning. I don't know what's going on. So there it is. It's kind of holding now. I really, normally I don't have this much problems trying to get him to do that. This is the way that I display him on my shelves because I just think that looks incredible. And seriously, it's a KO. It's not going to work 100%. But so far, this has worked pretty good for me. And of course, the minute I get him in front of the camera, he's going to give me all kinds of trouble. But I wanted to do that because the reason that I was so adamant about getting that to work is because of this. Let me see if I can get both of these guys in the shot. There we go. I want to show him off with the original Power Master Optimus Prime with the Apex armor. So you can see the similarities there. So you've got that shoulder gun up on the shoulder, and you've got the wings. You've got the cannon on the shoulders there. So it's and you've got that silver chest there with the windows, which is really nice. So this guy was very obviously inspired by that G1 Power Master Optimus Prime. And that's kind of the look that I was going for right there. So there it is. Just I really wanted to show that off so you can see where this guy's coming from. So I really, really love that. So there it is one last time. And I guess we'll show him next to the original Evasion Mode Prime so you can see the differences there. So he gets a little bit taller with because of the feet right here. And then, of course, you got the wings and all that. So it's a really, really nice upgrade set for this guy. I'm really glad I got it. I found this guy online. If you do some shopping around, I'm sure you can find it too. I got this guy for about $30. And that included everything. That included the Evasion Mode Prime knockoff and the armor set knockoff along with all the additional parts. So very cool little set if you can hunt it down. I'm pretty happy with it. Again, it's not perfect as KOs typically are not. But it is a fun set, and it displays really, really nicely. So maybe not something that you're going to want to play with and bang around or whatnot, because obviously some of these parts don't hold on as well as you would like them to. But as far as a display piece, it looks incredible, as you can see. So I think with that, we're pretty much done with the KO Evasion Mode Optimus Prime and the X9 armor. What did you think of this figure, and what would you like to see me review next? Let me know by leaving me a comment. Give me some thumbs up, subscribe, and share with your friends if you like what you see. And I'll talk to you next time on That's Just Prime.